Hello guys, and today we're going off to the Forbidden City, and before we head in there we're just stopping by the local Korean market to get all these snacks because my dad has been in the Forbidden City like 3 years ago and he said we had to prepare for the journey. And I was just checking out all the new products because I haven't been in the store for a while and there was a lot of new items you could pick from. We had to take a taxi because you can't park your car near the Forbidden City, and here are some of the views of the streets surrounding it, and we finally get our first glimpse of the Forbidden City, and there are lots of shops that can lend you traditional Chinese clothing. And now we're heading off to the ticket office, which is next to this beautiful river. As we walk through, you might think there's a lot of people in here, but actually, apparently, about what our dad said, it is a lot less than when he first came in. And still, this is the line. There's around like 400 people in this place, like in the ticket office right now. And there's a lot of people waiting, and all the security guards are screaming at something because, I don't know. And we go through the security entrances. Oops, my mistake. And we finally get through the security area. And this is the full map of the Forbidden City. It's quite big, you know. And we were thinking about getting a guide, but we thought it wasn't the best. And we finally enter the doors and we come face to probably the most famous building in the Forbidden City, and it's very symbolic. It's like a very large area with lots of people in it. And there's a statue of a lion. The statue is here to protect the emperor, and it symbolizes the power of the Chinese emperor. And by the side of the building there are 2 lamps which is used to lighten up the whole building. And I can really feel how majestic the roof is because of its yellow, which also symbolizes power and the emperor. This is the part of the palace where most of the important events happen, such as the final imperial examination, and many foreign affairs come here to visit. Also, right now, we see a lot of people taking photos for their marriage. And you can see a lot of paintings and statues of dragons because that's what represents the emperor. And this cauldron is for emergencies such as fires. Now we enter the places where the royal family lives and the king does their business. Thankfully, there's a lot of benches in the palace which you could use to rest, especially on a hot day like today. My dad told me that around 3 years ago there was no place to sit. We're now located in the middle of the palace. Now we're in the middle of a place where all of the servants gave their opinion to the king how to rule the country. But these statues of lions has their ear closed, which is kinda ironic if you ask me. Now we enter the place where the king sleeps. In order to protect the king from assassins, there were 27 beds. I wonder what this is. Now this part of the palace was on fire, so they had to rebuild it. And also I noticed there were a lot of statues such as hawks and turtles. And this part of the palace is where the empress has slept. Oh, and this was my favorite part about the palace. It's a sun clock which tells you the time by looking at how the sun's shadow has moved. Now we're pretty much at the end of the palace, and this part of the palace is the only place where a lot of trees grow. There are a lot of interesting looking trees as well as various stones collected from all over China. It's called the Imperial Garden. It's actually a pretty nice garden. I wish I had one like it. What do you think this is? It's an elephant, which was surprising because I thought it was a dog or a pig. Anyway, thank you for watching this video and I hope you like it. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and like. See you next time. Bye!